right, in this video, I'm just gonna show you a bunch of vintage shirts that I pulled from my last rack of inventory. So it's like my oldest stuff I've had for a year or more. Basically stuff that's super cheap. It's marked down like 80%. So it's all bad stuff that I wouldn't recommend picking up, but they're all vintage shirts, single stitch, like 90s, 80s, 70s. So I think I'm gonna like either put them in a bin in my garage for 30 years until they're all $100 shirts, because pretty much every 60s t-shirt you find is a $100 shirt. Now there's other parts to that, like in the 60s, t-shirts weren't nearly as popular as they are now, but yeah, with inflation and then these being 30 years older, I think they'll be worth much more money than the $5 they'd be going for now. So I'm just gonna go through them. There's some other stuff in here, like here's a pair of M51 pants that I don't know why are in my inventory, like so far back in my inventory, because these are good. These are like $100 pants. And I gotta read off the numbers, sorry, because I'm gonna use this video to delist these things. 21130 on those pants. We got a vintage shirt here, 8660. And a lot of these things, I bought them just because they were cheap and I just couldn't resist buying them. I can tell you from experience that police shirts, anything to do with the police, unless it's like drug task force, unless it's drug related, this shit does not sell. It's a size medium, probably a 90s tee. Fresno police. Fresno, also not a popular place. Maybe if it was like LAPD, it would do a little better. This one I thought I had sold. This is really old. 10042. I thought I sold it for like 150 bucks, but it's in my inventory for some reason. So they must have canceled or never paid. This one's kind of cool. It is, okay. Someone might have to explain this to me. These are like Russian dudes, right? Like Gorbachev or some shit. It's like all in Russian. It's got the single stitch. It's on an old tag, but it's like, the tag says Lemon Collection. I don't know. I think it's a cool shirt. I don't know what it means politically. Maybe someone could let me know. Here's another one. Let's see. This one is 20475. And all this stuff I probably wouldn't buy again except for that one. Maybe a couple other ones. What is this? Probably like a 70s, 80s. You can kind of tell by the material sometimes, like the 70s, 80s stuff are gonna be like a lot slimmer, a little bit stretchier, thinner. Cool shirt. No date on it. So I guess we'll save that one for 30 years. Or maybe I'll just wholesale it out to a vintage kid around here for like $5 a piece or something. I'm not wearing a hat in this video because, you know, most of my videos I wear a hat, and I think people are going to speculate that I'm bald. And I'm not bald yet. We got a Nike Made in USA 13085. It's a double stitch shirt. It's Made in USA. It's really nothing going on here. This is something I would probably leave. And it's a V-neck, which is extra bad. That I don't even think I would put in the 30-year box. 21012. There's a YouTuber named Rob Scallion, and he wore a beanie with a bill on it for like 15 years in every video. So everybody thought he was bald. And then he finally stopped wearing the hat, and he had really bad hair, and he did like a comb over. And now in his videos, he has more hair, which is strange. It's just a vintage Adidas shirt, Made in USA, not single stitch. It does have a big Adidas graphic on the back. That can probably go in the 30-year bin. 21028. We have a vintage Converse shirt. Very strange shirt. Single stitch. Old looking tag. Probably like 80s. just because of the style of this thing. This is a weird shirt, and it's a large, and it seems like it would fit very slim. I think this is supposed to be an athletic shirt, but you know, they weren't all up to date on the stretchy stuff back in the day. They weren't using as many, like, there was no Lululemon back then. They didn't have that kind of material, so they just probably were cotton blend stuff when they exercised. Not that cool. Probably go in the 30-year box, though. Pretty much nothing in here will be that cool. So. Pepsi Next, oh sorry, this is for myself. 12989. Pepsi Next Generation. Single stitch. Just a vintage Pepsi shirt on a Pepsi tag. It's got the Pepsi logo on the sleeve. Not very cool. Maybe put it in the 30-year bin. Let's see here. 1993 track and field 12737. I'm just making this video, just I guess for content. I thought, because I think it's fun to look through this and see maybe there is a cool shirt in here that got overlooked. But this is orange. It is a size large. I actually think these kind of old school shirts are cool. And they do sell if they're from schools that you've heard of before. Mainly for like football and basketball, but this is track and field. I kind of like this shirt, honestly. Maybe I will put it in the 30-year box. 11956. What do we got? Oh, there's something on the back. 2005. Oh, what was I thinking? Blue. It's Blue Man Group. It's a Blue Man Group shirt with a really stupid graphic, just like nothing. So it will be vintage in, well, it says September 2005, so it'll be vintage in about a year. 10747. Nothing there. Another police shirt. I remember buying this. It was a long time ago. It's on the single stitch Oneida tag. Oneida. It's from 1994. It's not cool. Okay, this one might be cool. 15156. So I guess this is like a what not to buy video. It's on the vintage Gildan tag made in Canada. Pretty cool. Cool tag. See, I think the thing is I can't resist a cool tag sometimes. This shirt I think is cool. It's got the Boogeyman band on the front and then the Boogeyman band on the back. Single stitch. I think that's a cool shirt. That'll go in the 30-year box. 14645. It's on the Hanes Beefy Tee. It's a good tag. What does it say? City Heat. City Heat. Single stitch. 2XL. City of Las Vegas. Not very cool. I don't even think it's quite cool enough for my 30-year box. This will probably go in my 30-year box because I like this brand. 14093. It is an old Crazy Shirts Hawaii. It's kind of like a little pullover thing. And it's got that old tag, which I think is like the 80s one, made in USA. I do like this. Might have to wait 40 years for that one to be cool though. 16305. Probably gonna be a lot of Las Vegas themed shirts in here. Old Screen Stars. What is that one? 90s, 80s, whatever. It feels like an 80s shirt to me. King Tut's Treasure. Kind of a cool graphic. Cool graphic on the back. Small size. That'll go in the 30-year box. 16343. is a vintage Boston Red Sox shirt. Single stitch, sand knit. Don't quite know when that's from. It's made in USA. It's not quite cool enough to sell, and it's probably, it's adult small, so avoid smalls. Because vintage stuff at a small could be like an extra small. Let's see. Cleveland State University. The tag has been cut. It's single stitch. It was probably a large at some point. It seems like a large. I wear a large. Yeah, not much going on there. Did I read that thing? 16148. Not that cool. This one looks like it might be cool. It's an old Salem tag. 16310. That's what the tag looks like. Good tag. There's a lot of sports shirts that are on that tag that are good. Who's this guy? Now, I like this team. This is one of my teams that I like. I'm new to football. I like the Vikings. Who's the other one? I like the other purple team. I just watched them yesterday. Who's the other purple team, guys? What is his name? Lamar Jackson? Now, who's this guy? I have no idea who this guy is. Number 34. Single stitch? I don't know. What's the other one I like? The Birds. It's a bird team. Ravens. I like the Ravens. I like the quarterback. Is his name Lamar Jackson? I hope it is. 16329. I also like the Chargers. Beck's Beer. Single stitch. That's got to be an 80s tag. Cool shirt. Size small, so it will fit literally no one. But in 30 years, it won't matter, hopefully. In 30 years, people will be wearing like flame-resistant neoprene tunics and will float around the city. Oh. 19740. Cool shirt. It is a size large, single stitch. It's just got little Coco Pelli characters on it. It's kind of a cool shirt. I think that one would sell in person. To an outdoorsy, kind of westerny style vintage guy. 19659. That'll probably go in the 30 year. Tag has been cut. What is that? A Fruit of the Loom? Looks like a Fruit of the Loom. I don't know. Single stitch. Venice Beach, California. Now, that seems like you could barely see where it says Venice Beach. That's probably the problem. If this was a cooler graphic, Venice Beach, a lot of vintage people out there. 30-year box. This one is interesting. 18586. Another one I don't quite understand the political meaning of. Now, it's got the American flag in the shape of a sheep. So I think it's what it's saying is, like, Americans are sheep, like followers, size large. It's got the butt of the sheep on the back. Kind of a cool shirt. Single stitch. Screen Star's large. Interesting. Probably some like anarchist college kid might like that someday in 30 years. I don't love this color. Cool tag though. Oh shit, I forgot to read the thing. 20689. And I'm doing that just to help me delist these things. H.L. Miller Gold, made in USA. What does it say? Stardust Las Vegas. Single stitch. Not that cool. Not that cool. This one I think is cool. Found this at the bins, I remember. 22889. It's because I just love crazy shirts. I always have. Probably always will. Love the tags. I love Hawaii. Maui is the only place I've been, but made in USA. It is probably an 80s shirt. Hawaiian Tell Beyond the Call. Goes to the other side. I like this shirt. It's a large. 30 years. This will go in the 30 year. 21518. Size large, made in Mexico. Not single stitch. Maybe it won't go in the 30 year. It's a cool shirt though. It's tie-dye. Because the older the shirt is that goes into the 30 year, the more of a jump start I have to it being true vintage. Work sucks. I'm going to fly away. It's a skydiving shirt. It's kind of cool. For some reason, there is a pair of South Pole jeans, 19871, which usually sell insanely fast. So I'm very curious why these are so far back in the inventory. They're good ones too. They're just a good style. I need to just do that as the main photo. So I'll probably delist, rephoto those. I did something wrong there when I listed it. Or maybe somehow it got delisted. I don't know. 16151. Because those are pretty much like an instant thing for me. Another Cleveland State shirt. Tag is cut, single stitch. It was probably a large, but it fits more like a medium. I'd guess. 15860. It's a Harley Davidson shirt on the vintage Harley tag. But it's a women's. Let's look at the collar. It's got one of those women's collars. Ugh, tragic, because it's kind of a cool shirt. Harley Davidson, motorcycles, 1992. Las Vegas. Single stitch, but it had to be a ladies' shirt. 30 years. This will probably go in the 30 year. 15225. I remember buying this one too. I paid $7 for it. Back when I lived in California. I don't know what I was thinking. I got an eye booger. How embarrassing. It's on this old Stedman tag. Don't know when that's from. It's a size XL at least, but it's got this cool kind of western, southwestern print. It's kind of surprised it didn't sell. Single stitch, size XL. Maybe just a bad color. Oh, 18210. Cool shirt. Levi's. So I'm getting a phone call. I'm gonna have to ignore that. Sorry, girlfriend. Made in Canada. It's probably like a vintage 90s Levi's shirt. It is a size large, but it's very oversized. 16348. Size small, old Screen Stars tag. It's just another one of those Sahara shirts. Not a good size, not a good color. 16347. I might put it in the 30 year box though. Not sure I need. Oh, this one's a medium at least. Is that one? The other one's a small. At least this one's a medium. It's a little better than a small. Still probably fits like an extra small. You got two of those. 16345. This is not a terrible shirt, I think. It's a cool shirt. That's an older tag from some time. Can someone tell me when this Minnesota Viking shirt is from? I have no idea. It feels like at least an 80s shirt based on the material. We got a sweatshirt here. Nice change of pace. Let's see when this one. 17792. Pro player tag, made in USA. 1996, back-to-back Central. Packers. It's a cool sweatshirt. Probably relist that. I don't know why that was on my last rack. 20462. Vintage Made in USA jerseys. Tag. Single stitch. Very nice thin material. I quite like it. Southern Comfort. What is that, a whiskey? 2XL, but it's actually on an XL tag. I think that's a cool shirt. That's a 30-year shirt. Probably another 30-year shirt. 20429. I will be 61 in 30 years, so hopefully I still am doing this. Otherwise, I'll have a box of nothing. Nike Made in USA. When is this one from? That looks... Well, I know it's at least 90s, but it's Nothing But Net. Size small, unfortunately. Single stitch. I do really like vintage Nike t-shirts. I don't really like anything modern from them, but whatever. And last, but probably not least, it's not very cool, it doesn't look like, another vintage Crazy Shirts shirt. Now, if you found the ones with the cats or any kind of cooler material, or not material, subject matter, they will sell. But what does this one say? Oh, we got a nice jazz shirt. Dixieland Jazz Festival. Sacramento, 1989. I might keep this one actually because I used to live in Sacramento. Might wear this one. That one's actually kind of cool. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, okay, that's it. That's everything that was in this thing that I pulled off my racks. Thank you for watching.